This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Tory Lanez. What happened to this? I just saw this coming out again today. That the driver security guard came out, and now he's talking about Kelsey. Kelsey did something, and he overheard Kelsey talking about admitting that she did this and that and was involved in the shooting. But how is that going to fix anything? Like, it's just his word of overhearing a conversation. That's not going to be enough. And she already had immunity. I don't know how that works, This seems like a dead issue. It seems like Tory Lanez just cooked himself and nobody can get him out of this situation, to be honest with you, because how are you going to get out of this situation? They'd have to win an appeal in California, right, and be heard. And that's not going to happen. You already lost. Most of the time, these appeals don't happen, okay? It's very rare. Very rare. So, unfortunately, I think that I think that Tory Lanez is going to be in there for a while. I think that he will get out a little earlier than we all think. But he's going to be in there for a while. He should have told his side of the story. And he should have. Why are you protecting Kelsey and Meg? Bro, you're not married to these people. You're not married to Kelsey. She had already moved on, had a baby with another man and everything. Bro, you don't owe. You owe. You know who you owe? Your family, dog. Like, you owe your family the freedom. But you being worried about being labeled as a snitch or something? Bro, you're worried about the wrong things. That wasn't even... If they're throwing you under the bus, bro, it's you against them at that point, all right? It's you against them. If they're going to change the story, and, who knows where, this is his issue, It's his issue. Tory cooked himself, bro. He cooked himself. If he was innocent... Should have talked about it. Should have talked about it more. You don't try to keep it real. Who you keeping it real for? Not your family, that's for sure. J. Cole sold 300,000 the first week. This guy's single-handedly keeping the music industry alive. Okay, him, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake are the music industry now. Who else we got in rap? Rap is like. But people got to do better. Labels got to do better. Labels are going to start... I guarantee you we're going to have another resurgence, which has already kind of happened, but they're going to have another resurgence of Latin music again. With Bad Bunny's success in the past years, we're going to have a resurgence of that again. We already did that with reggaeton. I have nothing against it. But rappers need to step their game up. Rappers need to step their game up. There's not all these rappers becoming podcasters and retiring is insane, bro. Podcast money got out of control. I'm going to be honest with you. It just got out of control. Big U, and I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, people just quickly threw in the towel, There's nobody to take these people's place, But you know what? The bar was set really low at one point. People didn't want to hear real music anymore. I don't know. It's going through a big reset. Big U demands, again, the names of cooperating witnesses in a federal RICO case. Why would they give you the names of the people you can threaten? Big U asking court to force prosecutors to produce a full slate of materials connected to those witnesses. They want full reports, recordings, proffers, debrief notes, documentation, all tied to it. According to the filing, all hip-hop reports that the defense argues prosecutors are relying on informant narratives while shielding key credibility factors. Listen, bro, I don't even... We know, Whack 100 doesn't get labeled for anything in his guys for kind of setting this up. Now, I guess they knew a lot more that was going on. Kind of alluded where to look without talking directly to law enforcement. And that's what it is, you know. And Big U is really dumb for letting that happen, bro. Like, I thought when he was managing Ving Rhames and everything back in the day, I thought this man was on a totally different path, you know? Apparently not, you know? Apparently he was doing a lot of weird stuff still, you know? And now it made sense more why Nipsey just wanted to get away from him in 2011, you know? It was like, it doesn't mix. The two don't mix. Doing crime still and doing legit business doesn't mix. Eventually, the crime will catch up, and you will go to jail, you know, and everything will be. And then all of a sudden, Nipsey would have been in a RICO, you know. Brian Steele gloats about winning against the feds. He says the feds' conviction rate isn't 90-something% with him. I wouldn't gloat too much because, like, the feds also don't play fair, you know? What if they wanted to, you know, get Brian Steele out the way because he's ruining their conviction rate? Same with, he did 2 trials back to back. He was a part of the Diddy trial and he did the Young Thug trial. And essentially, he beat them, you know, not 100%, but he didn't give them the conviction they wanted. Let's see what else is going on here. Floyd Mayweather is being taken to court by a jeweler, Mr. Richie Rich over here. A lot of things are catching up with Floyd Mayweather. Bad real estate investments, all kinds of stuff. Bad, a lot of things. Miami jeweler takes Floyd Mayweather Jr. to court for $1.4 million bling tab. Can you imagine just letting... You're thinking... See, this is a lesson to everybody. Just because somebody has money doesn't mean they're going to pay you, okay? They're going to walk right out with the stuff. They don't pay you. And you think they're good because, you know, they're rich. They don't pay sometimes, you know. Take me to court. Lawsuit filed Miami-Dade County. AJ's Jewelry alleges Mayweather, described as a regular customer for more than 17 years, stopped by the store twice in August 2025, picked up 15 Cuban link chains, 1 gold bracelet, 26 gold diamond Cartier Rolex Patek Philippe Audemars Piguet watches. The retired boxer asked to pay $1.675 million he owed at a later date. Well, you could melt down those gold chains now and make some money back, but probably not, though. Jewelers mark up everything, right? Mayweather's not looking so good. He was also taken to court over, like, unpaid rent at a apartment building, but he supposedly owns a bunch of apartment buildings. Like, guy's confusing. New Orleans jail escape. You remember when all those guys escaped from jail? Well, Antoine Massey was sentenced on Wednesday to 60 more years in prison for RAP and kidnapping and domestic violence. Bro. It's crazy that it got out, though. Stefon Diggs changes attorneys 1 day before his arraignment hearing as former personal chef takes him to court for strangulation and assault. That's weird. I know he pleaded not guilty. She came out just saying she wants justice served. We'll see what happens. I mean, I kind of believe her, I'm going to be honest with you, but, you know, Cardi B was defending her. Cardi B ain't there to defend no more. Cardi B is on tour, and she doesn't want no part of that. Todd Tucker appears to respond to Candy Burris. She accused him of living in one of their, like, pool houses for free or a guest house and not helping with the kids. He said, F it. I don't know what that means. That was a goofy relationship anyways, to be honest with you. That was goofy anyways. Candy... You could tell that she just drove this man crazy, too. Kiss Candy's like a boss. Like, she has her own money and everything. She was pretty much supporting him because she had more money than him. You know, he made his own money, but she has more expensive taste. So anyways, that was not a balanced relationship, and the mom was always in the mix, hating on him. That was never going to work. And then we got 50 Cent responding to Faizon Love for calling him out for, you opened a studio, doesn't mean you're in the film industry, da-da-da-da-da. Faizon Love hasn't been in a movie in a long time, and he says, this fool hadn't a good role in 31 years. That's an exaggeration, but it's been about 15 years, right? And he interviewed wearing a TP. I don't know what a TP is. Oh, I see what like a tent. Yeah, it's like it's like one of those cloaks. Anyways, you knew 50 Cent was going to... He's doing that to get a response. 50 Cent just gives these people what they want, and that's fine. I mean, but it's like, you don't have to respond to everything, bro. Like, it's going to get old. Or actually, it is getting old. And this is getting old, too. Ja Rule, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murder are on a jet, on a Delta flight, all right? Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder keep doing interviews about it. They did an interview with TMZ. Every day they've talked about it. Ja Rule was the only mature one I saw after this that said, you know what? I was embarrassed by my actions on there. I was defending myself, but also at the same time, there was a more mature way to handle that. I don't want to, be losing control at my age on a flight. That's some young stuff. This beef is way behind us. I'm just not on that anymore. And yeah, you guys can hate each other, but if you're on a flight with other people, that's not a place to turn up. And Uncle Murder kind of instigated that. And Ja Rule in this situation, all the past situations, I think the beef is always legit with Ja Rule and them because they he was connected to who shot 50, right? That's personal, right? He didn't do it himself, but he was connected to the people who did it, right? And he kind of bragged about it. But really on this situation, Ja Rule held his own. It is what it is. That's what it looks like on the footage. And it is what it is. I never really liked Ja Rule and Irv Gotti the way they were going about things back in the day. They tried to blackball 50 and then lie on stuff to try to win over the public, and that was weak. But in this situation, Yayo and Uncle Murder come off kind of weak. I'm gonna be honest. Got to be real. But hey, it is what it is. Nobody got. Tony Yayo keeps trying to be cute about it, like, we 86'd me, and I can't eat duck in Dubai, I can't drive a car. It's funny, but it's also like, I would like to see Yayo also take the mature route and say, like, yo, it is what it is. I don't want to talk to him. He was trying to talk some smack to us, and we responded, and, he wasn't going to do nothing, but we couldn't do nothing either. Nobody's going to go, be banned from flying. This is how we make our living. Ja Rule too. I think that would have been the best response, but hey, who am I, Anyways, this is JordanTower with JT News. I appreciate you all. There's not a lot of news today, and I kind of took it easy today, to be honest with you. That's why I only got two newses today, but tomorrow we'll turn it back up. It was an off day, man, and we have days like that. But it's all good. We'll turn back up tomorrow. I appreciate you all. This is JordanTower with JT News. Peace.